Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 7 of the MacroActive Town Halls. I'm Sarah Kelsey, product marketer at MacroActive and podcast host for the One Up project.
And I'm Sam Williams, Chief Marketing Officer. At MacroActive, we're on a mission to impact 10 million people's lives and aim to be the most valuable platform for fitness and wellness coaches, entrepreneurs, and creators.
Today we want to focus on a specific type of client you will have. So I've brought in Alex, who is our fitness lead here at MacroActive. I want to do a bit of a deep dive on how the platform supports exercise programs for men trying to build muscle or bulk up. So let's chat to Alex now. Thanks so much, Alex, for being with us here today. My first question for you is, what are some of the key elements a trainer will consider when putting together a program for a male who is trying to bulk up or gain muscle?
So the first thing to take into account would be potentially specific muscle groups that this client wants to build up. So it could specifically be their chest, it could be their back, could be their arms, something like that. So knowing different exercises that are going to help them to grow in those certain areas are going to be one of the most important factors when writing each program.
Awesome. And how would a trainer usually approach this when writing the program, like manually themselves?
So take into account what this client wants to achieve. It's going to be writing that program, specifying exactly which exercise is going to go in each slot, the different set types, the different sets, reps, rest, the days that you potentially want this client to partake on those certain workouts. Overall, can take a couple of hours writing each program. That's from experience, because you really want everything to be exactly customized is the most important part, but then also specific to the goals that they want to achieve.
Awesome. And so what elements, I guess, or what parts of the platform remove this need for manual work?
So how we write these structures is instead of specifying specific exercises, we specify the muscle groups and the order of which we want this workout to be generated in. So if we're going through a 3-day split to focus on an upper body, we might be looking at a push session and then a pull session and maybe legs as well, because you can't skip leg day. During that push session, we might specify we want a compound chest exercise followed by compound shoulders, potentially some isolation movements there. So we can incorporate those in there. Once we have our exercise list with our videos filmed, if we've got 4 exercises available for, say, compound chest, we know that each client is going to receive one of those 4 each time. And if we're happy for that, then we know that the platform can just keep generating these workouts for our clients.
Yeah, awesome. Very helpful. And from your perspective, what kind of impact does that then have on the trainer?
So once these structures are, I guess, fully taken into account and you're happy with that final outcome, when a client signs up, they go through the full process of their subscription settings and it generates that workout for them. If it's a structure that you're happy with, exercises that you're happy with too, that final product will be something that you're happy with. So each time a client signs up, they can just flow through that workout program. And in that time, you can work on building your business, bringing in more clients, and overall increasing your revenue.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks so much, Alex.
Yeah, no problem.
I think it was awesome hearing from Alex, as he is a trainer himself, moving through the exact same process right now, setting up his own platform. So as a PT, he's aware of many of the challenges that come with creating manual programs. What did you think, Sam?
Yeah, key to an online fitness business is preparation. And key to any business is having a system. And I suppose key is also automating that system to free up your time to focus on growing your business. So in this case, we're describing a process that allows you to work on your business rather than in your business. So let's recap on some of the main points from a trainer's perspective.
Yeah, there's so much that goes into writing a personalized program for each individual client. Not only does this mean understanding each client's goals, but manually putting together an exercise program could involve writing out reps or set types, for example. Having this automated not only gives you more control, but it saves you hours as well, while retaining that same level of personalization and making sure that your training ethos is followed.
And so how is this done? I guess first you'd create one structure of a workout that you'd be happy with for a client to have, and use this like the baseline of a fully automated program creation. that's in line with your particular approach. Alex touched on how we use these things called priorities to ensure a client is receiving the structure of a workout that's aligned with your approach.
And so what impact does this then have on the client? Well, when a client purchases a program and receives a personalized workout plan, it is likely that they will feel, the trainer cares about them. They aren't just purchasing another general ebook. There's been actual personalization put into this for them. And this supports client loyalty as well, which ultimately helps you impact more lives, of course, but your individual clients see better results because they are more engaged and are more likely then to stick to the program. Plus, it's been designed for them by you.
Next up is the news. Let's discuss some new information that we've been reading up on around exercise and running in particular, and its effect on dopamine release in the body.
Yeah, so the Journal of Neuroscience released an article in May this year, which supports the popular understanding that exercise boosts dopamine and makes you feel good. Well, the research within this article speaks to running specifically as the exercise that can do that, and how exercise actually releases a dopamine triggering chemical first, which plays a role in the long-lasting changes that occur in the brain. So it supports the idea that exercise not only makes you feel better just after you've finished working out, which we all understand that feeling, we've all felt that, but that benefits how you feel, of how you feel last, even if you aren't exercising every day.
Yeah, and for me, I've exercised mainly to improve professional performance and better my career prospects. So this makes sense as it relates to performance in the workplace. And finding ways to frame this research relative to your audience niche is key. It's a great opportunity to highlight the benefit of getting your steps in, which is what I've found is the critical success factor to achieving gains, especially as I've got older.
Yeah, we'll leave a couple of links to the articles below for you so you can have a look at it yourself. Really interesting. And in this next segment, we want to drive home the importance of client retention and a new feature that might be able to help you with this. So Sam, could you start us off with some of your thoughts around client retention?
Yeah, I guess a personal perspective that I have is to focus on relationship and building your brand. And there are two ways that you can retain clients, and that's simply communicating effectively or getting better at communicating effectively and adding value in all of your interactions with your audience niche.
Totally. And so recently we've released a new feature that will allow you to do this so much easier. There is a new email notification that you can enable, and this will send a personalized message to every customer who has just finished a one-off plan. So this might be clients completing a summer challenge, for example. You can also create an automated message that is sent to you every time this happens, which might be really beneficial if you want to reach out to them personally or deliver some kind of support along their journey.
Yeah, and this new feature adds value because it automates interaction in a personalized way. And so that ultimately frees up time to focus on growing your business.
Yeah, and we're sending an email to you on the 13th of June with a tutorial of how to activate this feature. But if you're watching this and haven't received that email yet, please feel free to reach out to our support team, whose email we will leave on the screen and down below, and they can help you enable this. Or if you're watching this after the 13th of June and you haven't received this email, please reach out to me personally so I can make sure that you're included on all of those updates going forward. And this would be a good place to just remind you as well, if you aren't in our close friends group or you haven't noticed that you have been included in that, please also reach out to me so I can make sure that you are put on that as well. And in our next segment, so what we're going to talk about is what we've been watching lately. As you know, last week we discussed the first episode in a series called The Playbook, A Coach's Rules for Life. The next episode in the series highlights the career of Jill Ellis. So Jill Ellis coached the United States women's national soccer team for 5 years. She actually won 2 FIFA Women's World Cups in 2015 and 2019, and this made her the second coach to win consecutive World Cups.
Jill is an inspiration, and I particularly liked her comments on how it is better to be hunting versus being hunted. Or in other words, it's easier to be the underdog, and that when you're on top, the challenge is to make sure that you're competing and evolving against the best version of yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I resonated specifically with the third point around risk being an opportunity. Risk can often lead to a lot of fear, but it's something that in the end can lead to great things if you keep continuing to put yourself out there, which Jill definitely demonstrated that she did as well. So, some awesome lessons within that episode and this series in general, honestly. So that is all from us today. Thank you everyone for watching. We look forward to seeing how you continue to impact more lives with some of these resources. As I mentioned, please reach out if you need, and we'll see you next time.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And remember that if you're part of the close friends group on Instagram, you'll get notified of any product updates. Ciao for now.